side essentially accuses the other of dropping the ball on this legislation that would give newer Chicago police and fire employees a boost in their pensions at a cost of $11 billion to Chicago taxpayers over the next 30 years. The governor signed the bill in early August and told reporters Mayor Johnson never called to ask him to veto.
The mayor never once called me, or as far as I know, any legislators to oppose that bill or to ask for any changes in that bill.
But an internal memo Fox 32 Chicago obtained shows Mayor Johnson's chief financial officer, Jill Jaworski, warned top Pritzker aide Andy Minar that the bill would cost the city $11 billion with no way to pay for it, and that it would deplete the police and fire pension funds to make them, quote, technically insolvent. In a statement yesterday, the mayor's office says the memo, quote, corroborates what we said all along, that both the legislators and the governor's office were aware of our concerns. We raised these concerns both publicly while testifying on the potential impact of this bill and privately. But Governor Pritzker shot back today, his office releasing a statement saying, quote, the bill was passed with a supermajority in the legislature and we are unaware of this input ever being given to the legislative leaders. The governor's office always appreciates this kind of input earlier in the legislative process. The bill drew criticism from watchdog groups like the Better Government Association and the Civic Federation. It was sponsored by Northwest Side State Senator Robert Martwick, who says it was necessary to bring so-called Tier 2 police and fire employees, that means those hired after 2011, in line with their counterparts across the state. He also says it was needed to satisfy safe harbor rules. That's an IRS provision that the government retirement benefits must be equal to or greater than Social Security. He says he understands the financial impact, but failing to pass the bill now would have cost more down the road.
Those numbers exist whether or not we pass the legislation. Tier 2 is insufficient according to the federal government, and it needs to be fixed.
This kind of dovetails with the mayor's ask for more progressive revenue options from Springfield. Although with this relationship between the mayor and the governor being fraught, it's going to be a big uphill battle to get some of those things out of Springfield.